Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ringside with Eminem. I'm Caleb Manson.
And I'm Matt Mountain. And what we'd like to do for our first episode to start this out is give you a little bit of background, a little bit of history of both him and myself in the world of professional wrestling. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to hand it over to him, let him give you his background, and then I'll give you mine. So, Caleb, take it away.
Thanks. All right, so I've been wrestling for about, I'd say, 5 years or so. I am a 3-time OCW Outlaw Champion, 4-time OCW World Heavyweight Champion, 6-time ENJW Hardcore Champion, which some of you may not know is Extreme New Jersey Wrestling, 2-time ENJW Tag Team Champion, 1-time ENJW World Heavyweight Champion, and a 5-time OCW TV Champion. I'm actually still the current champion. And what are you counting for?
That's 21.
And it's my lucky
You
number.
lost a lot. Wow. Well, at least you kept winning the titles back. I got to give you that.
Oh, man. That hurt.
Hey.
You go through
Look
yours,
how many
please.
times Flair lost. 15 times.
Yeah.
To
At
win
least.
16. No, he lost 16 times because he had the title 16 times.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad. We'll give you that.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I'm
So-
making history over here.
I would say so. That's a lot of titles.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Chip off the old block. So, what we're going to do now is we'll go through a little bit of mine. I've been in the business since 1991.
Oh,
That's
bastard.
approximately, this year will be 24 years in the business, in and out. I started off at 17. My first title was the WGWF World Tag Team titles. I've had a few titles. I've been a 3-time OWC World Heavyweight Champion, 3-time OWC World Shoot Fight Champion, 2-time OWC Mid-Atlantic Champion, a 1-time RAW Hardcore Champion. I was the last UBW World Heavyweight Champion and the first UCW World Heavyweight Champion. There's a few more titles I've had that at 42, I can't remember anymore.
Of course you can.
No, I can't. So what we'd like to do, that's a little bit of our background in this business. Myself, I've been in and out of the ring, like I said, since I was 17 years old. A lot of my stuff started in the backyard, like most guys did when we were teenagers.
Let it be known, I've actually never been in a ring.
No,
All that's been backyard.
it's
and
all
it
been
hurts.
backyard, and it does hurt, and I do not advise it, but some people don't listen and don't do what their mother tells them. So,
Hey, you know
this
what?
is how we're going to do it. I started in the backyard, got into a ring, years and years in the ring, and I actually wound up. That is our Doberman. We will get her on camera later, but right now she is barking at the snowman zombies in the backyard,
Yeah,
which we will get to later. Don't ask. Don't ask. That's a different episode, and the video is coming out soon.
Don't worry.
So, what we'd like to do first is, I don't know, what would you like to talk about first, Gail?
Royal Rumble, that's pretty recent.
Royal Rumble. Let's start with the good.
You want to go for bad first?
No, bad's a long conversation. Good is a shorter conversation, I
So
believe.
basically we're just going for the title match and then everything else.
Yeah, it's the title match and everything else, basically. The title match, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, oh yeah,
and Seth Rollins.
and Seth Rollins.
See,
Yeah.
I don't get
Go
it. Everyone talks shit about Cena, saying,
Yeah.
oh, he didn't really do much. He's actually a really good wrestler. It's just his gimmick is pretty solid. Nothing really flexible about it.
The problem with his gimmick now is it's old.
Well, now it's
The rapping white guy with hustle, loyalty, respect. I loved the gimmick when it first came out. I still kind of like the gimmick.
I prefer Doctor of Thugonomics,
I
personally.
agree. But the gimmick's old. My personal opinion, this is not my partner's opinion, this is mine. Cena needs to make a heel turn. Period. He needs to turn heel. Because the only way he's ever going to be loved by that crowd is to turn completely heel, get hated by everybody, and then some big explosion that turns him face again. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to get the entire crowd to turn in his favor. My opinion, not sure what my partner thinks, but let's hear what he has to say.
Well, I feel that they totally could have gone with a heel turn for Cena when it was him and Daniel Bryan. When everyone was
absolutely.
doing the yes chants, he still was technically a face. They never turned him heel.
Right.
I mean, when Mark Henry turned heel again, facing Cena for the title,
Yeah.
which actually did surprise me when I watched it, I totally thought they were going to go Cena heel and just straight up beat the living hell out of Mark Henry.
Which is what they should have done.
But they didn't, sadly.
No.
And,
But we're getting off track.
of course.
Let's get to the match. Title match, absolutely outstanding match.
Great match.
Great match.
I think it's close for match of the year so far already.
I do notice that there's a little coincidence in this match, which I didn't bring up to you before in the pre-tape in our meeting. I forgot to do that.
That's fine.
But I will bring this up to you and see what you think.
I think you've already told me about this.
In ECW,
Never
the
mind.
first ever 3-man for the world title happened. Sabu versus Terry Funk versus the franchise Shane Douglas.
Great match.
It was an hour-long match. It was a 60-minute match. Went to a draw. Sabu did 45 minutes. 15 minutes he spent outside the ring or in the back. Terry Funk did 45 minutes. 15 minutes he spent in the back or outside the ring. Shane Douglas went 60 minutes full. Now we come to this match, decade and a half later.
Which I believe was like 40 minutes, I think.
Right, it was about 40 minutes.
I think so.
Brock Lesnar took a 15-minute break laying on his back after going through the Spanish announce table.
Always Spanish now.
I don't believe the broken rib. Sorry. Don't believe it. Because if he had a broken rib, I don't care how strong you are or how big and bad you are not getting in the ring and doing what you did after supposedly a broken rib.
Yeah.
So, what I believe it is he did not have the cardio to go the full length. Seth Rollins and John Cena did. So they put on an epic 15-minute solo battle.
After being beaten by Brock.
After being thrown around by Brock Lesnar like sandbags.
Which, by the way, I laughed hysterically when he kept suplexing him across the ring.
I thought that was awesome.
It was great.
No, that was great. But he won. I thought he would win. My only thought on that was that maybe Cena or Seth Rollins would pin each other. Like Cena would pin Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Lesnar would come in, get pissed off, just tear Cena apart, and then Rollins would use the Money in the Bank and win the title.
Which surprisingly didn't happen.
I thought that would be pretty good. But all in all, title match, I give it an A. Not a problem. I give it an A.
I would also give it an A, just because one of the things I saw that was extremely amazing was Seth Rollins. He seems like the guy that's somewhat a high flyer, not really, but he likes to stick to the ground game.
Yeah.
And when he did the Phoenix Splash onto, what was it, Cena?
Yeah, it was Cena.
A Phoenix Splash onto Cena when, like, the last time that it was ever happened, I think it was either, like, Paul London or Jimmy Wang Yang. Back when
the smaller guys, the cruiserweights.
And he's pretty built. Seth Rollins himself, he's a somewhat tall dude.
He's at least as tall as Cena. So you know he's like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big dude.
Yeah, and he's just pulled it off. I was like, what the?
Yeah, but it was pretty amazing.
Just off topic, I think what they're gonna do for Seth Rollins, which I may be wrong, but I think they're not gonna let him cash it in.
No, I think he will. It's just a matter of
because I have two ideas. Either Roman Reigns is going to win the WrestleMania, beat Lesnar, and then Rollins is going to cash it in, or they're going to go all the way to Money in the Bank. Rollins is about to cash it in and loses, or doesn't even get able to, so he loses the contract. Yeah, I feel that's what they should do, just because he doesn't seem like most of a wrestler that should be of a higher caliber.
Right, or he could lose it. He could do the title thing that night at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Lose the title shot, and then get in the Money in the Bank match again by taking somebody out in the back.
That would be impressive.
That would be awesome. And then win the Money in the Bank again.
Yeah, that back-to-back that would actually be really cool, because I don't think back-to-back's been done since CM Punk.
Yeah, I think CM Punk's
We're not allowed to say his name.
Oh, no, wait. We're not WWE. We can say his name. We're allowed to say Benoit. Wow.
Oh, you don't remember him? Oh, yeah, he won the Royal Rumble from number 1, 2002 or something.
Which they don't mention anymore.
Sadly.
So what we're going to do now, sadly what we have to get into, I don't care about the other matches in the Royal Rumble.
We're going to have to talk about them, though.
They're either here nor there. I don't want to talk about them. You can talk about them.
All right, I want to talk about one match.
All right, go ahead. We'll talk about one.
New Age Outlaws versus The Ascension.
I did not even watch that match because I could not get my network to work.
Really?
Yes, it was freezing like every 4 seconds, so I had to re-download Internet Explorer. And I missed the first match, so
I saw
have at it. It's all yours.
I saw it, and I enjoyed the opening. They were, first off, Road Dogg's mic skills. Superb as they ever were. Amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
And I actually enjoyed it because throughout the match, the entire Philly crowd just kept chanting, "You still got it," to like Billy Kid and Road Dogg, and I was loving it. I really thought like they were going to make a comeback. But I kind of knew already that the Ascension were going to win because I think that's what they did last Royal Rumble when they won the tag team championships, is that they're trying to put a tag team over, and I don't think New Age Outlaws was the right team to put the Ascension over.
No.
I mean, it was a good idea. Like, I enjoyed it. The match was very anticlimactic, but I would give it a C overall just because I would give it a D, but New Age Outlaws are in it, and I fucking love them.
Yes, they automatically go up one level of grade.
No matter what.
Yes.
All right, and that's really all I got for that. I enjoyed the match. I didn't really get into it, and I called this already. I don't think Ascension's going to go over pretty well because they're literally just a ripoff of a weird mix of Demolition and the Road Warriors.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm going to bring up real quick before we get into the Rumble.
Oof.
If you look at the tag team scene today, there is no tag teams that are really any good. Yeah, the Usos are pretty good. They're high flyers. Miz and Mizdow is only good because it's a gimmick and everybody loves Mizdow.
Which they're going to break up soon.
Funny as hell. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's hysterical. Sorry.
I enjoyed Goldust and Stardust.
I do not.
Really?
No, because Goldust is so far away from the original Goldust.
Well, now he is.
It's sad. Because the original Goldust was Hollywood. He was a movie trying to portray a 1930s, 40 type flamboyant actor. Now he's just some dude from outer space with face paint. And so's his brother.
I like the face paint, though.
Yeah.
Especially in Stardust. I like the...
The last good people that had face paint were the Road Warriors. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Hey,
That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all. No, we were talking tag teams.
Okay.
Not singles wrestlers.
Was Sting ever in a tag team?
Okay.
Was Sting ever in a tag team?
Sting wasn't a tag team originally with the Ultimate Warrior called the Blade Runners. More that I know than he doesn't know. See, this is why this is good.
Did that thing never get over? Like, what the hell?
Because that was at the beginning of their careers.
Oh. So
and if I'm not mistaken, and Todd, you could probably, if I'm wrong.
That's a fourth wall
I think it was either Texas or WCCW that they were in. I don't remember which. Or it might have been Georgia Championship Wrestling. I'm not sure. So let's get into the Rumble.
You want to start this off for me?
I can start this off.
Have fun.
So if some of you have already seen on my Facebook page, I made a little bit of a rant about the Rumble. And excuse my French right here, but it fucking sucked. Plain and simple, it sucked. I understand they want to push Roman Reigns. The Rumble was not the place to do it. Sorry, Roman. I don't think you're ready for the big time.
Really?
I mean, I think you're a top contender. I think you're definitely an Intercontinental Champion. You're definitely a United States Champion. As far as Heavyweight Championship, I just don't feel Roman's ready yet. Now, my problem with it is Daniel Bryan was put out early.
That was a big upset for everyone, yeah.
You bring Show and Kane in. Now you know all they're going to do is punch people and throw them out of the ring.
I didn't like that. In 2015, they're pushing Kane and Big Show at the Final Four.
Yeah, which is so lame.
Let them die.
All right, this is the part of where a lot of people tell you where the old guys don't want to lose their spot. And Paul Heyman said it best in his ECW video. Okay, he said it best in the Rise and Fall of ECW. The guys are clinging, clutching, trying to hold on to their top spot. And that's what they're doing. They don't want to move on. Now, I'm not saying you need to quit. But to be in the Final Four and then the Final Three of the Royal Rumble, please. If you had Roman Reigns...
technically Final Four because Rusev was under the ring.
Well, yeah, that's true. Final Four.
Which, literally, that got me. I did not know he was still there.
See, I knew that. I was waiting for him.
Because I heard the chant saying, "We want Rusev." I was like,
right, and I knew why, because he was under the ring.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, what you need to do is you need to keep the young guns in the end. Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Rusev.
I think Ambrose should have been in the final.
So do I.
At least maybe
Ambrose,
to the final 3.
Yeah, Ambrose should have stayed in. And your top 5, Daniel Bryan, maybe Ziggler. You keep those 5. Let the 5 young guns battle it out. I honestly think Bray Wyatt should have won. I think as off his character is and has screwed up his character is Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Sorry, it would just be the Beast versus the Psycho. It would be awesome. I'm sorry.
What pissed me off is that the entire time when Bray Wyatt threw over Harper, threw over Rowan, and for some reason Curtis Axel was in the Royal Rumble but didn't get in the ring, which was really stupid because I actually kind of like Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Very little, but I like his slogan more than better.
Well,
better
let me ask you this real quick,
yes.
then I'll let you finish your thought.
Of course.
Technically, Curtis Axel never entered the ring.
Dude.
So technically, since what the heck is his name?
Curtis Axel.
No, the guy that beat him
Eric
up.
Rowan.
Eric Rowan. I can never remember his name. I don't know why. Probably because he sucks. So,
Yeah.
Eric Rowan was never legally part of the Rumble.
Yeah.
Which means only 29 men entered. Would this not have been the best spot to put a surprise 30th? Have Triple H come out. Have Stephanie come out. Say, hey, Curtis Axel never made it to the ring. We have number 30. Okay?
Seth Rollins could have came in.
Now, exactly.
As you said, I was like, Seth Rollins.
Rollins comes out number 30. Manages to win. Now, he gets his shot at Lesnar at WrestleMania. Or Triple H just says, hey, he comes out and says, hey, we don't have any more competitors. There was only 29 entered. Sorry, we don't have anybody else. And Sting's music hits. And Sting goes down. Now, Sting doesn't win the Rumble. Not that he gets eliminated, but somehow eliminates himself.
So you think he walks in, is Roman and Rusev, he just throws Rusev out, then goes over the top rope.
Then goes over the top rope to screw over the Authority. Now, I like The Rock showing up, because I guess The Rock and Roman Reigns are cousins.
I didn't like that at all, because...
But it's the only pop Roman Reigns got all night.
Yeah, that's why I hated it. I would have rather liked it to be Roman Reigns just getting booed all night than WWE like, no, stop. Rock. Be happy.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Hurry up.
So, do you have anything else you'd like to say about the Royal Rumble?
I enjoyed it, personally, just because it was the first live Royal Rumble I've ever sseen.
Is it really?
It actually is.
I did not know that.
Like, the last time I truly saw, like, I remember the first and the last time I saw a true wrestle, like a pay-per-view on actually a pay-per-view event.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Was WrestleMania 21. Ouch.
Go ahead, finish your fight.
And I know a lot of fans thought this because there's a lot of rumors that Bray Wyatt will face Undertaker at WrestleMania, which I know you have something to say about that, so just keep it shut.
I will. We'll save that for a little later.
But I personally feel that when Bray Wyatt started singing,
Got the whole...
Yeah.
That was great.
Got the whole world in his hands. I was dying for Undertaker's music to hit. Not for him to come down, but for his music to hit, scare the crap out of Bray Wyatt, and then Zack Ryder can come down.
Yeah.
Because that would have been beautiful.
That would have been funny as hell. But see, then you take an old school guy like me, I would have been pissed at the Undertaker didn't come down.
Yeah, or else he could have came like from behind the ring or just throw Bray Wyatt over, setting that up, and then lights go out, Undertaker's gone. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, that would have worked.
But I enjoyed Zack Ryder coming back. That was pretty cool. I felt that the Royal Rumble was very anticlimactic, just because it was Big Show and Kane, they're throwing people over, and very unceremoniously, people went over the top rope, just threw them.
Yeah, it was like they knocked them out and picked them up like garbage.
Yeah.
Now, you're doing that to Ziggler.
Ambrose.
You did it to Ambrose. You did it to Bray Wyatt.
I think he did the Ryback, too. I think.
Yep, I think they did it to Ryback also. I'd have to watch the replay.
Yeah.
But I think they did the Ryback. But you're knocking out these superstars. And you're throwing them over the rope to a person that's not even winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now, if Roman Reigns, even though I didn't want him to win, is Superman punching people and knocking them out, that I understand, because what happens? He eventually wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Just don't agree with it.
And I hated the power struggle between.
And as Forrest Gump would say, that's all I have to say about that.
That was actually really good. But I truly hated the fact that Kane and Big Show started having a power struggle. Like, they really couldn't just throw all that away for like a split second.
Oh, yeah.
They were that close to throwing Roman. They could have been like, hold on. Okay. But no. The WWE had to go with the whole "you fight, he throws you over" Rusev. It's like, no, don't.
Yeah,
We've seen that too many times.
At least with Roman Reigns, there should have been more of a fight with Rusev.
Yeah, but what was it like?
It was like 4 seconds. He hit him with a Superman punch, speared him, and threw him out.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm done with the Rumble. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You don't want to talk about the Rumble?
I don't want to talk about
Oh, come on. Nothing?
I got nothing else to say about the Rumble.
Not even that apparently Brock Lesnar had a broken rib, but somehow still had the time to stare down at the TV while Roman's was winning.
Yeah, because that's bullshit.
All right.
And again, that's all I have. That's all you about to buy it.
Jesus Christ. All right, one more thing about the Rumble. Daniel Bryan.
Dumb.
We have to talk about that. We have to talk about Daniel Bryan getting eliminated.
He should have been in the top 3.
I know that every wrestling fan who basically looks into stuff, most of the kids don't know it. They're like, oh my god, anybody can win. But most big wrestling fans can be like, either you or you are going to win. And the two big things were literally Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
What I hated is that as soon as Daniel Bryan's music hit, huge pop. Everyone went ape shit. Oh my god, Daniel Bryan, blah, blah, blah. And then Bray Wyatt gets rid of him in, like, what, another 3 or 4 entrants?
Yeah, something like that. He was on the outside of the rope, too.
Yeah, he was on the outside.
He wasn't even in the ring.
Yeah, and then just, boom, hits him once and he's out. It's like...
Such bull. I don't like it. Don't like it.
Well, I guess that's all we really have to talk about. We have to talk about the Raw recap.
Yeah, we'll do the Raw recap. We're going to talk a couple minutes on the Raw recap because we want to keep this around 30 minutes.
Yeah, so we got
So we're probably at about 8 minutes left. So we're going to do real quick a Raw recap. And then we'll say goodnight for the night. And then we're actually here filming. So what we're going to be doing actually is filming more than one episode this evening, considering this is our first night doing it.
Yeah, so we're probably going to do like 3 or 4.
So yeah, as long as the caffeine keeps kicking in, we're good to go. So what we're going to do real quick, we'll talk about Raw. Now Raw, from what I heard.
I know you loved it.
I loved it. For one, Raw got its highest ratings in 7 months.
That's impressive. Yeah.
All they did, their best idea, re-show the Royal Rumble World Title match. Their worst idea, they re-showed the whole Rumble in its entirety.
Well, that's actually a good idea, just for people.
Ew.
I mean, there's less than 1 million people subscribed to the WWE Network.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And people don't want to pay pay-per-view.
A lot of people paid for pay-per-view, though.
All right.
A lot of people still do that. They still pay all that money. Now, listen.
For $9.99, we got the same thing.
Yeah, we are not hyping the WWE in any way, shape, or form. But for $9.99, how can you go wrong? It's just not possible.
And what, they have a no-commitment thing now?
Yeah, it's no commitment now.
So
you could get it. Say the only pay-per-view you wanted to watch all year, and he brought this up to me earlier, which was a great idea. Say the only pay-per-view you want to watch all year is WrestleMania. You get the WWE Network for $10 that month. Then you drop it the next month.
You could literally drop it the night after WrestleMania.
Yeah, and you only pay $10 for the pay-per-view. Get it that.
Instead
Loophole.
Instead of what, the $55?
Yeah, it's like, I think, let's put it this way. The last time I watched a pay-per-view Rumble match, like a literal Royal Rumble match, they had all 30 guys in the ring to start. So that's how far I go back with the Royal Rumble, because I remember the first one.
They used to do that?
Yeah. They put all 30 in the ring and then hit the bell. And it was 30 guys going at it right away.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I got to watch the first one.
That was back in the days when Andre the Giant was in it. Big John Studd. King Kong Bundy.
One-man gang.
Massive. Yeah, exactly. One-man gang. Masses of humanity.
Or Akeem, sorry.
Oh, Akeem. Yeah, Akeem. Yep. All right.
Got to use other names.
So now the Raw recap. I don't know if my esteemed colleague here has
I've only seen the interview for Lesnar and Roman. I've only seen that.
Okay, I'm going to go over some of the earlier stuff real quick, and we'll get to that.
You can have.
Yeah, because I, being the wrestling fan that I am, found out they were doing live interviews for Monday Night Raw from there, and I'm like, yay! So, Daniel Bryan interview, okay. Seth Rollins interview, okay. Brock Lesnar's interview, boring.
What was his interview about anyway?
He just sits there like a lump of shit, acting like he's a badass. Sorry.
So basically everything he does.
Hate to tell you, Lesnar, if I kick you in the nuts, you're going to go down like anybody else. Sorry, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
Now, most of the stuff, Dean Ambrose walking in the cold, saying he walked from Philly to Hartford was friggin' hysterical. He come walking in the studio. Oh, it was funny as hell. Funny as hell. So what happened was, Michael Cole interviews Roman Reigns. And he says he can't wait to meet Brock Lesnar later. So right there, they already blow the fact that they're going to have these guys face-to-face. Interview comes around. They're face-to-face. Michael Cole's about to start the interview. Paul Heyman goes, I'm doing the interview, not you. You need to leave.
He asked politely, though. He
asked politely.
I kind of found it funny that he had
that
double chin the entire
was
time.
the best monologue ever by Paul Heyman. The background that he gave of Roman Reigns' family, where he comes from. It was
I feel like he actually wrote that.
It was fantastic. No, knowing Paul Heyman the way I know Paul Heyman, that came from, boom, right out of his head. He probably didn't even think of that ahead of time.
I feel like he's the Quentin Tarantino of wrestling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, they had a great face-off. They had the whole thing. Brock Lesnar stands up and says, I don't respect you. Says, Heyman might respect you, but I don't. Reigns gets up and says, you might not respect me now, but you will respect me. Which I thought was cool.
I didn't like the long pause afterwards. I mean, I got that. It was supposed to be tension.
That's the
tension.
What do they call that? They call that the pause. I forget what there's a name for it, and I can't think of what it is.
The standout.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah, the dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
It
like
seems
this.
like really too long.
That's a dramatic pause.
Yeah, basically.
What? Oh, I forgot to do something.
I
forgot to do something. We're here, live, in Gloucester, Massachusetts.
What the hell are you waiting for? And why is this? What are you doing?
I'm waiting for the pop.
It's just us. The one pop that is here is in there watching Criminal Minds.
All right, well, fine, whatever. Go ahead.
I'll put a laugh track in there somewhere. Make you feel better?
Yeah.
All right. There's not going to be a laugh track.
Dick.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's all the time we have. Our next episode, we're going to be random discussion. Basically, we're going over what I feel that we're going to go over the casket match between Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Oh, coming up on SmackDown this week.
Yep. Which is live.
Yes, which is live.
We're going to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger being in the Hall of Fame and people who we think shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, basically.
Oh, you know what? I got a good topic that you brought up earlier. I think what we ought to do on the next show, we can do it for a couple minutes. Somebody who should not have held the heavyweight title, whether in ECW, WCW, or WWE.
That would be good.
That was your idea earlier. I think we should do that the next episode.
And then what we'll do, as soon as we do that, we'll do with people who should have or should currently have the title. So we'll do both.
Oh, I can think of a couple people that should have had the belt and never did.
I have a few, too.
Yeah, me.
God damn it. All right, well,
no. See, technically, we still have 2 minutes to spare here.
Right, so
I say we go the full 30. We go the full Monty. No, not the full Monty. Not the full Monty. Just the full 30.
Full Monty.
Hey, stop it.
All right.
Your mother might be watching this.
God, I hope she's not.
She's gonna.
All right, so we have 2 minutes. You want to talk about Arnold real quick?
I don't want to talk.
No, we're gonna. All right.
No.
I feel that celebrities should not be in the Royal, not the Royal Rumble.
No, they should be in the Royal Rumble because then they get their ass kicked and not want to come back to wrestling again.
No, Drew Carey did.
He's an idiot.
He's
funny, but he's an idiot.
They should not be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Drew Carey shouldn't have been in it. He got booed at the Hall of Fame.
Wait. Even if there's a celebrity wing, there's no actual wing. You can't go to the WWE Hall of Fame. You can't go visit it like baseball's Hall of Fame or football's Hall of Fame.
Or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Or the Rock and Roll Hall. You can't visit it. Where is it? I want to go. They should have busts of the wrestlers.
I think
and if the Divas go in, they should have bigger busts. So that's just my opinion. I don't know.
There's been rumors of Mike Tyson going into this one.
I'm the comedy part of this, not him. He's the straight guy. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry for having to keep us on track.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Free Train. Jesus Christ. Well, that has been Ringside with Eminem. I'm Kayla Manson.
I'm Matt Mountain.
And we will see you all next time.